Hey, welcome back to Space Giraffe. I've now played through most of the game and I died on level 85 out of 100. I'm going to try today to finish the last 15 levels, which is not easy at all. I'm probably not going to speak that much. I'm just going to be trying to finish it. So let's carry on. So the game does let you carry on from a level you previously reached. So if I go to 85. I'll continue with 3 lives. What I might need to do, if this is too hard, is go back to a previous level and try and build up lives, like earn extra lives before I reach here, and then carry on from there. Let's try it out. And if you want to understand what this game is and what the hell's going on, watch the previous videos in this series. I'm going to re-explain everything. So I didn't gain any extra lives, but I didn't lose any either. hit by the zapper. So the last few levels haven't been that hard overall, but I've not gained any lives on them. I've lost 1 life on that one. I was quite close to gaining maybe 1 or 2 lives on the previous level. There's a level name for the DS9 fans. Screwed that up. You want the enemies to build up and then ram them all off, which is called bullying at once. But not when there's no power zone, which is when the... so you can see the lanes of the grid, the level web. If you can't see those lanes, there's no power zone, and you're liable to be grabbed by one of these guys rather than killing them. There's 2 zappers now. That was 3. So I did regain the life I lost and 1 more, so I'm back to 5. But I think it's going to get a lot harder now in these final levels. fuck. I ran into the zapper that I didn't see. It was on. There was a boffin on the edge. I couldn't jump because I had no pods. Now I just landed on a zapper. So I think I did gain a life there and then I lost it by running into one of the screaming flowers. And that was partly due to being disorientated by the rotation of the level, which is due to the rotors, which you have to kill to stop the rotation. Okay, this level has weird geometry. So we're back in the bonus round. So I was talking last time about the history of Llamasoft and some of their previous games, and I think I got up to this game in the timeline. The next game after this was Grid Runner Revolution, which was originally going to be an Xbox 360 game and was eventually just released on PC. And I probably will play that on this channel, in future. I would say it's very good. It's got an interesting mechanic behind it. It's a very weird game, as you'd expect from Llamasoft. It's kind of inspired by the original Grid Runner game that they made in the 1980s. That's a kind of Centipede-style game, but it takes on a lot of the ideas of Grid Runner Revolution, which was their very small, free game from about 2002, plus some new mechanics of its own. And then there was a big gap. There were a few phone games. This was around the time that phone games were being, it was said that it's just going to be phone games in the future and the PC is dying, which obviously didn't really pan out in that way, but maybe I'll talk about those in the future. I could try to explain how I'm actually playing this and what my kind of tactics are at any one moment, but it's so much that I might be exaggerating slightly, but it's a lot to explain in the moment. I assume I was hit by a diagonal boffin bullet that I didn't see. So that was clearly meant to be a bit of an easier level to try and build up lives, but I still lost 2 overall. Maybe 1 overall? Or am I even? I'm not sure. I think I gained 2 lives and lost 2 lives. Okay, so one final bonus round before the... was that level 99 or 98? Not sure. But just to very quickly cover the rest of the Microsoft games from about 2009 till now. So there were a few phone games. The best of which, in my opinion, was one called 5 a Day, which was kind of cunningly disguised as some kind of health app in terms of its icon and its name, but it's actually quite an interesting shooter that works really well. I mean, I feel like a lot of arcade style phone games don't really work too well on the touchscreen, but I think this really had a really decent control mechanism and worked quite well on the phone. I'm trying to remember the games they've done since then. So there was, Polybius. Was that their first game since the phone games? I think maybe yes. So I've got that on my channel, a full playthrough of Polybius, which was inspired by the urban legend of the same name, of a kind of arcade machine that sent people insane, which is on the PS4 and on PC. It's also in VR, it's very good in VR. There was Moose Life. I have some videos of that on my channel. I didn't really get into it so much as some of the other ones. It's decent. And then the latest game, Aka R, which is also on my channel. Now, some of these level names, I'm not sure if it's true of this one, but some of them are based around a South American festival that Jeff and Giles went to maybe 15 years ago or so, where they have giant, I'm not really familiar with the details, but they have giant ox heads and cow heads and so on, which is something that appeals to the guys who made this game. That was one of the aggressive rotors that fires a bullet when it reaches the edge, and I didn't realise it had reached the edge, so it's too late. Didn't see it. I did see what hit me there, bullets. Just a basic bullet. Okay, so we're at level 100 with 1 life. Although I should be able to resume level 100 with 3 lives because I got there before. Use my smart bomb to avoid save myself from being grabbed because there was no power zone. So it's pretty easy so far, this level. In fact, it's pretty much giving you an extra life here. Although I didn't quite manage it there. I ran into the zapper. I did it again. I was trying to get the power up. That was a flower. Okay, let's try again. So I have my 2 extra lives for this level now. So I have 5. So I was hit by a diagonal boffin bullet, which are the worst things in this game in my opinion. Oh, okay, just ran straight into a flower. Don't know what that was. Probably bullets. I think it was a normal bullet. It just hit me when I was in front of it, but I thought I should have shot it. That was a diagonal boffin bullet. It was far from quite close. So what I'm doing this time, which I wasn't really doing before, is looking in the background to try and see when the boffins are going to spawn. They're the white things, the white lines in the background. It shows where they're going to appear. So I need to kill them as fast as possible. Oh shit. Ran into a zapper. Now this is bad because I no longer have fast bullets, which are pretty powerful. Hey, I won. What I was doing there sometimes was jumping purely because I couldn't quite see if I was safe. That's the idea of this game. Even though it's visual chaos, you've got to do the best you can with the information you have, and that includes, for example, if I'm sufficiently bombarded with craziness that I can't see that I'm not about to die, it can be quite a good idea to jump. Something else I was doing in that level was, for example, seeing the boffins, the spiky things, although sometimes they're circular on other levels, or spherical. Seeing them on the other side of the level, trying to shoot towards them using my diagonal shots, but because they shoot diagonally and those bullets are very hard to both see and avoid, jumping across the level, which also helps you avoid the zappers as well, and sometimes the flowers, to try and get to them, to try and take them out, because you can't really leave them alive, they're just too dangerous. So that is Space Giraffe. That is this was Acid Mix mode, which is the same mode that was like the only mode in the original Xbox 360 version, the one with the very crazy kind of visual effects that some people found too hard to actually deal with. This game does have another mode called Nux, which is Nuxx, which has more kind of toned down visuals and is kind of easier to see what's going on. I've never actually played through Nux mode. I mean, I believe it's actually a different set of levels. I don't think it's just the same levels with kind of less intense graphics. I think it's actually a completely different new set of levels. So I've never actually played through Nux mode. I may do that at some point. So I'll have to say about that. But yeah, this is a very unique game. It has a special place in my heart. As I said in my video last time, there's nothing like this. You know, you wouldn't get like EA or whatever releasing this. I mean, for many years, I suffered, and I still suffer from repetitive strain injury, which was brought on by years of overwork in the video games industry, as well as years of gaming and spending all evening, on the computer at home as well. And for a period of essentially from 2007 until 2020, I could barely play games. I barely did play games, which is a pretty big hole in my life because, that was a big part of my life. In more recent years, I started to kind of, watch people playing games on YouTube to get that gaming fix. And it wasn't until 2020 I started probably getting back into games and playing a lot of games and realising that my condition was such that I could play games, although I can't necessarily play, too much. In fact, recording this game a few weeks ago for these videos, it caused a bit of a flare-up amongst other things in my condition, so I'm definitely not, cured or anything from my condition. But for this period of time, 2007 to 2020, for a lot of that period of time, I would look at the games that were being released, kind of mainstream, and there was nothing I really wanted to play. The only games that I've really been that interested in a lot of that time, have been the games by Llamasoft, by Jeff Minter and Giles, because they always produce something that's different and unique, and you're not going to get anywhere else. I am playing a lot more games now. I'm currently playing Elden Ring and Dark Souls Remastered. I was playing Vampire Survivors, but a Llamasoft game is always a day one, well, almost always a day one purchase, and I'm always interested to see what they come out with. They are getting on a bit now. They're both in their 60s, I believe, so I'm sure they won't be making games forever, but it's quite inspirational that they're still doing stuff that it's what they want. They're doing the games they want to do, and they're not necessarily hugely commercially successful. And it would be nice for them if they were, but they're making the games they want to make, and you've got to admire that. So that was Space Giraffe. I probably will play some more Llamasoft games on this channel at some point. I've got a playlist of Llamasoft games, including both this and Polybius, and even some clips of some of the old 16-bit games, and I might do some more of those. But for now, that's it. So thanks for watching, and see you next time.